Oh my goodness, Spurs fans, what did we witness last night? What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, and all I can say is wow. Last night against the Thunder in game number 1 on the road with no De'Aaron Fox. The team struggling with turnovers, especially Steph unfortunately set a franchise record with 11. And our guys were exhausted with every Spurs starter playing at least 44 minutes. And they won in double overtime against a team that had not lost in the playoffs all season until last night. That was the Thunder's first loss in the playoffs. And the real 2026 MVP was a big part of that. Let's go ahead and break it down. Why do I have it? He took it personally right there. Well, we're going to segue into that now. If you haven't seen this, this is the MVP voting for this year's MVP. SGA won it as expected. But look at the first place vote. SGA got 83, Jokic got 10, and Wemby got an insulting 5. 5 first place votes for Wemby. A guy that does it on both ends of the floor. The unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. 5 votes. And then last night before the game, SGA was awarded the MVP. And you guys know, we all know, Wemby took this ish personally. Similarly, unfortunately for us Spurs fans, luckily and unluckily, similar to how Hakeem Olajuwon did when our own David Robinson won the MVP in 1995. Wemby confirmed as much that he wanted the MVP in his post-game interview. And I think this drove him. Sure did. Because last night, he became the youngest player ever to drop 40 and 20 in a playoff game. He played almost 49 minutes, which I think that might be a career high. He was efficient, 56, 50, 93, 24 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. What an incredible game by our franchise player. The thing is, as good as he was the entire game, he was even better in the overtimes, plural overtimes, because it was a double overtime game, even better. Take a look at Wemby. Played all 10 minutes. He didn't get 1 second of rest in either of the overtimes. He went 5 of 6 from the field and made 1 3-pointer, and it was the biggest 3-pointer of the game for the Spurs. You've probably already seen it, but I'm going to show it. Here we go. This is the first overtime. Wemby with a long 30-foot 3. Swish. Ties it at 108. Just watch. I'm going to show it again because it's that darn good. Wemby just comes up, stops, pops, and ties the game. He was clearly exhausted if you watch the overtime, especially the second overtime, and just by sheer willpower, it kept him going. Just wanted that will to win. And watching Wemby last night, maybe I'm getting a little carried away, maybe not, but when I was watching him last night, I started thinking in the back of my head, and I ain't really saying on the stream, I'm like, I'm seeing a little bit of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant here in regard to that desire to compete. You've got nothing left in the tank, and he still willed his way forward to play some of his best basketball in the second overtime. It was incredible to watch. We got something special here. You can't install it. You can't practice that. You can't put that in people through coaching. It's there or it's not. Either that strong desire is there or it's not, and a lot of our guys have it, but the guy that I think has it the most is the guy here who went and ballistic against the Thunder last night. As far as SGA, let's talk about him, because in the video I talked about the real MVP showing up. How did SGA do? Back-to-back MVP? Dude barely showed up in overtime. He played all 10 minutes to his credit. He was 1 of 4 from the floor and scored a whole 2 points. He did have 3 assists, but offensively, he could not get it going. He was even benched. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw this last night. It was either at the end of the fourth quarter or the end of the first overtime. He was pulled for defense. He was benched. I don't think there'll ever be a time in our lives where we're going to hear Victor Wembanyama was pulled for defensive purposes. Your MVP was pulled for defensive purposes. Your best player, you didn't have faith for him on whatever play that was. I know I saw him on the bench near the end of the game. I don't remember if it was the fourth quarter overtime. I'm like, SGA is on the bench? The MVP? Whatever. It is what it is. While we are glazing Wemby, I do want to say this was a team win. The players, the coaches, the defensive game plan on SGA by the staff was phenomenal, and the players pulled it off. They held me reigning back-to-back MVP to 7 of 23 from the field. Yes, he picked it up a little bit near the end of the game, but overall, before the overtime, try to say, yeah, fourth quarter, but not in the overtimes, a fantastic job. And I know some of you are going to type in the comments, but Alex Caruso went off. Yes, Alex Caruso, dare I say, had the playoff game of his career, and that is more of an anomaly than anything. I've also got to give a shout out to our rookies, Dylan Harper. Didn't look like a rookie last night, did he? A franchise record, 7 steals in a playoff game. Not too shabby. And then on the other side of the rookie wall, I don't say rookie wall, other side of our other rookie, Carter Bryant. Didn't play a lot, but when he was out there, they had him on SJ, and he was rising to the challenge. He was, as we say on the channel, slinging that D. Very, very impressive by both our rookies, and just impressive overall. I think everybody contributed in their own little way. Our bench did struggle at times. Harrison Barnes came in for a bit and didn't really get it going. Keldon wasn't quite the sixth man of the year, but overall still, this felt like a Spursy team win, being led by the guy that took it personally, that they gave the MVP award out right before that game in front of his very own eyes. With this game, the Spurs took home court advantage, and that is huge. My original prediction was the Spurs win this in 6, and they're now trajecting to do so. I think tomorrow night the Thunder will come out with absolutely everything they got. I'm hoping we have Darren Fox back. A lot of you have been asking TSR what's the time frame for his injury. I have no idea. I was surprised as much as you were that he was out last night. Hopefully this additional couple of days of rest heals him up, because we need him. We absolutely need him. I know there's a lot of folks that think, there's going to be the folks that think we were better off without Fox last night. Absolutely not. Stephon Castle, unfortunately, struggled with turnovers a lot, and having Fox there would certainly alleviate a lot of the pressure that would be on him to be the primary ball handler. And that would give us more firepower off the bench, too. Let's not forget, Dylan Harper has been fantastic throughout the playoffs coming off the bench. And when Fox comes back, he's obviously going to go back to the bench. And that's going to give us a rock-solid player off the bench to help us compete with the Thunder. And also, that'll help us stagger our minutes much better. I don't want to see our guys playing north of 40 every game. They did it last night, but I don't think that's going to be the key to victory. OKC went, 11 or 12-man rotation last night? So having Fox back is going to be huge, and I sincerely hope that he is back Wednesday night. And not only is he back, but I hope he has a huge game. I really do. I'm rooting for him. I know some of you think I'm not. I sincerely am rooting for him. I just hope he kills it. And can you guys imagine, as we're closing out the video, what if the Spurs win Game 2 and go up 2-0 against the Thunder? Would that be like the shocking story of the playoffs so far? I mean, we all know as Spurs fans that the Spurs are this darn good, especially since the All-Star break. But I think the NBA in general will be just shocked that this team that was projected to be a play-in team and still kind of in a rebuild, we don't actually have our legit starting power forward yet. I love Julian Champagnie, but he's not a legit starting four. We're still putting pieces together. And if they go up 2 on the Thunder, wow. Just wow. Unbelievable. Guys, drop a comment down below your thoughts on this game. Is this one of the top 3 Spurs playoff games ever? Is this the best Spurs playoff game ever? Definitely in my top 3. It was incredible. By the way, thank you very much for the incredible stream last night. That was the biggest Spurs stream, the biggest basketball stream we've ever had on the channel, and hopefully continue to grow. It was a lot of fun. I'm sorry I couldn't get to the comments in the fourth quarter double overtime. Obviously, I was focused on calling the game, but that was so much fun seeing the when you guys just rain in the emojis, and I look at the chat and it's just going so fast I can't read it, but I see the pineapples and the castles and the aliens and the spaceships, and it's a treat to enjoy this ride we've been on together from going to those 22 and 60 seasons, which are only a couple years ago. Wemby's rookie year, they were 22 and 60, and now we are a legit contender and took home court from the best team in the NBA. Hit the thumbs up if you like to help support the channel and subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs Go.